Every year, why RBI forecasts the path of inflation? What are the causes of inflation? And how the government and RBI tackle inflation in an economy? To understand all these things, let's first know about inflation. Inflation. Consider a real-time situation that in 2018, just with rupees 10,000, we get many things like rent, grocery, food, bed, and other services. But now the situation has changed. Currently, with those rupees 10,000, even we won't get a proper house for rent in cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Mumbai. This is how the value of 10,000 has decreased and prices has increased over a period. So, in general, inflation is an increase in the general prices in an economy. Now, let's see what are the causes of inflation. There are many reasons for inflation, but we discuss from two sides, that is demand pull inflation and cost push inflation. First, demand pull inflation. It is a mismatch between demand and supply. Consider there are only few goods in economy and there is a huge demand for those goods. Supply doesn't matches demand. The prices goes up and inflation increases. And next, increase in power purchasing. If you had more money in your hands, you spend more and the prices goes up and the inflation goes on increasing. Now, on the other hand, cost push inflation. Even there is less demand for goods, we see the price for goods goes on increasing. This is due to increase in production cost of goods. Example, if the raw material cost increases, the price of a goods goes on increasing. Now we will see how RBI and government control inflation. Inflation can be controlled without causing recession using contractionary monetary policies. There are mainly three. The first is to increase interest rate. Generally, bank borrows from RBI at lower interest rate. To make money, those banks lend at higher interest rates. If RBI increases interest rate, bank has to increase its interest rate. So, only few people will borrow from banks when the interest rate is too high. Now, the spending decreases, price comes down and inflation gets reduced. Second one is to increase reserve requirements. Banks must maintain certain amount of cash and reserves like CRR and SLR respectively to cover withdrawals. As reserve requirement increased, bank left with fewer money to lend. Less money to borrow and less money to spend, inflation get decreased. On the other hand, RBI sell government securities at lesser rate. As a safer investment, many people invest in government securities. So there is less money with people to spend. The prices goes on decreasing and the inflation comes down. This is how the government and RBI work together if the inflation increases above the target. Hope you get some idea about inflation and its causes. In the next video, we will discuss about real inflation, nominal inflation and types of inflation. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel.